Lesson 3, break even. So breaking even is the point where you take all your startup costs and you finally are making profits and you hit zero. So you're not making money yet, but it's the point where you start to begin to make money. So it takes into consideration how much it costs to operate, but it also takes into consideration paying off that debt of what you needed for startup costs. So Sylvia has a home business in Nunavut. She sells prints on an art website and to local retailers. Her average sales are $90 per month. Each print costs $27.58 to make, and her operating costs are $1,200 a month. If she continues to have 90 prints made and sold each month, what must she charge to break even? So we're going to figure out what her costs are this month. So we're going to stick with this average of 90 prints per month. It costs her $27.58 to make those prints. So altogether it's going to cost her $2,482.20. She also has operating costs of $1,200. So altogether, to run her business for a month, it's costing her $3,682.20. If we want to break even, it's the same as making zero. So we're going to take that amount and we're going to divide it by 90 because she's getting income from 90 different prints, and it would be $40.91. So if she charges $40.91, she would make $0. I'm writing this in the wrong spot. So that was actually here, 40.91. That was part A. Okay, part B. If she decides to charge $50 per print, how many sales must she make in order to break even, assuming she still averages 90 prints per month? So we already know those costs. It's $3,682.20. That's what we got in the last example. If she divides it by 50, that's how much she's charging. She gets 73.64. So what that means is that at 74 prints, she starts making money. So if I take 90, her average, 90 minus 74 is 16. That means that 16 of her prints are 100% profit. Okay, if she wants to make a 25% return on her financial investment, how much would she have to charge for each piece? So we're still doing that 90%. So we're going to figure out 25%, so 0.25, and we're going to add 1 to it to make it 1.25. So this will tell us the 100% of what she made plus the 25% extra. So we're going to take those expenses, 3682.2, and we're going to times it by 1.25. So she would need to make $4,602.75 to make a 25% return. So we're going to take that amount, we're going to divide it by 90 because we're selling 90 prints per month, and it's $51.14. So she'd roughly have to, that's the amount to get 25%. She's probably not going to charge that because that's kind of like a funny number. She's probably going to charge like $55 or like $60, but this would be what she needs to make a minimum 25%. Okay, next example. You own a business as a certified gas fitter. You paid $15,150 in startup costs. Every month you make $1,275 for operating costs, and you earn $3,655. So we're going to start by thinking about what our profit is. So profit is equal to your expenses, or your revenue minus your expenses. So for instance, this is going to be $3,655, subtract our expenses of $1,275. So each month you're making a profit of $2,380, so that's per month. So we're going to graph this, and what we need to take into consideration is that we're starting at $15,150 in the hole. You're minus that amount. So I want you to put a line down the middle here, and we can use the outsides. So let's go every line's worth 1,000. So this is going to be minus 2,000, minus 4,000, and so on. So pause the video and fill this in, and then I want every one line to be worth 1. So 1 month, 2 months. So pause this and fill the rest in. Okay, so it should look like this. Now we're going to make a little table of values. So our table of values is going to be our months and then how much money we have. So at 0 months we have minus 15,150. At 1 month we've made a profit of 2,380. So I'd add 2,380 to it, and now I'm sitting at 12,770. And we're going to keep adding it. So 2 months, and then we're at negative 10,390. 3 months, we're at negative 8,010. 4 months, we're at negative 5,630. 5 months, negative 3,250. 6 months, negative 870. 7 months, now we're starting to hit profit. So somewhere between 6 and 7 months we began to make money. Oops. 3,820. So that's good enough. Okay, so let's graph this. So we start down here at 15 something. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going up by thousands. And then we're over here at 12, almost 13,000 at 1 month. Then we're at 10 at 2 months. And then we're at negative 8 at 3 months. Then we're at almost at halfway to 6 at 4 months. 3 at 5 months, a little bit over 3. And what you should notice, it's making a straight line. Once you have about 3 points, you can take your straight edge and just connect it. Oops. And what you should notice is that it's going to cross here between 6 and 7 months. So that's your break-even point. It looks like it's about 6.5 maybe, depending on how good your drawing is. Okay, so that does make a linear function, which means we can make an equation from it. Thinking about this equation, and we've done equations before, y equals mx plus b. Our b is our y-intercept, so this is my y-intercept, so negative 15150, and our slope is the rate in which it's increasing by, and we know it's increasing by our profit every month. So y would be equal to 2380x minus 15,150. So this is actually the equation for the profit for this business. So part D, there's not even a part C, nice. Okay, part D says to find it mathematically. So if we take our startups and we divide it by our profit, so we take our minus, or it doesn't need to be minus, 15,150, and we divide it by our profit of 2,380, we get 6.365 months. So you do get the same amount. This is more accurate, obviously. But a graph, while a graph's not more accurate, if you graph it on a computer, it really is, and it's a great visual reminder of when you're going to break even. So there you go. That is breaking even. Tune in next time to learn about buying a vehicle.